Hi, welcome to another episode of Homemade Healthy. Today we're doing coconut flour banana pancakes. This is for people that can't have almond flour, or if you just want a little variety. So you want to make sure that your eggs are at room temperature. We're going to use 5 eggs. If your eggs are cold, it will make your coconut oil harden. Coconut oil is solid below 76 degrees. So I've left the eggs out so they're room temperature so we won't have that problem. I also will warm up the coconut oil till it's a little bit warmer than room temperature, just in case the eggs aren't as warm as I think they should be. Also, coconut flour. If you're not used to working with coconut flour, a little bit goes a long way. So if the recipe calls for half a cup, don't use any more than a half a cup, maybe even a little bit less. First thing we're gonna do is separate our egg whites from our egg yolks. And I have this handy dandy little tool that I love, makes life very easy. And it's gonna be 5, like I said. And there's 1. There's, come on, 2. You don't have to have a fancy gadget. I like kitchen gadgets. They're a lot of fun. And you don't want to get too carried away, because if you get any yolk in your egg whites, then you'll have a problem. There it goes. One more after this. And last one. Okay. Now for the banana, I actually freeze bananas as they start to go bad. If we don't eat them all, I'll freeze them. So I have a thawed banana. It's just a small one. You could use just a brown banana that you've had on the counter, but I like how they taste after they've been frozen and thawed. Okay, so we have our 5 egg yolks. This is gonna be our egg whites. We're gonna beat them to soft peaks. This recipe was adapted from a banana bread recipe, but I just love the taste of it, so I thought it'd make really good pancakes. So you're gonna use your whisk attachment for your mixer, and you're gonna just basically beat it until it soft peaks. Okay, so we're basically at soft peaks now. Maybe a little harder than that, it's okay. Tap that down and we'll go ahead and mix our wet ingredients. Now we have our 5 egg yolks. We're gonna add a half a cup of coconut oil. And like I say, warm it up just a little bit, because it will harden below 76 degrees. And if you keep your house cool, then, or it's the winter, it's just a good idea to do that. Okay, so we've got our half a cup of coconut oil. We're gonna add in our 1 mashed up banana. Then we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. And look, it's just what I have left, yay. Okay, and that's all of our wet ingredients. So we're just going to whisk that together. And if you make the mistake of not heating the coconut oil and your egg yolks are cold, you will have very crunchy, hard coconut oil. All right, that's mixed. Now we're gonna mix our dry ingredients. We've got a scant half cup of coconut flour. And coconut flour is very different to cook with than almond flour. We're gonna use a 1/4 of a teaspoon of stevia. You can use honey or any other sweetener. We prefer stevia at our house. And I usually use Cal stevia. I actually got it on order, so I'm using Trader Joe's today. A couple of turns of the Himalayan sea salt grinder. Another tablespoon of cinnamon. The other pancake recipe also calls for a tablespoon of cinnamon. Okay, then we need some baking soda. Just a half teaspoon. Perfect. Okay, so we're just gonna mix around our dry ingredients, get everything kind of incorporated. And then we're gonna put our dry ingredients and our wet ingredients. Okay, Oh, the cinnamon smells awesome. All right, at this point I'm gonna go ahead and heat the griddle to 350 so that we can start cooking the pancakes in just a minute. And here, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and use grass-fed butter, but you could use coconut oil, it's fine. I just like a little bit of butter flavor. And you're gonna mix this together, and the coconut oil absorbs kind of all the liquid, so it ends up pretty thick. Do not be concerned, as I was the first time I made this recipe. Okay, now you're going to do what you did the last time if you made the almond flour one, and we're just gonna put it inside. And gently fold it in. Okay. And you don't want to use the whisk attachment for this. This is also where we don't want to break the whites. It takes a little bit of time to get it all incorporated. These taste so good. It smells great with the banana. So we're just mixing. There we go, now it's getting incorporated. Okay, when you make non-grain pancakes with coconut or almond flour, the batter isn't like traditional batter. So you have to use a spoon like this or something flat to help smooth them out. Oh, forgot my butter. That's the important part. Love butter. So generously butter or coconut oil your skillet pan. You don't have to use this type of pan. You can use a cast iron skillet or whatever pan you have at home. I just like it because I can make a lot. So I tend to make these smaller. I'm not sure why. They do rise quite a bit, but you got to do the little shaking motion to flatten them out, make them the shape you want. They don't pour out like a traditional pancake batter would. She'll be so happy with these. The kids will love them. Your husband will love them. Your wife will love them. Whoever you make them for, family. My mother-in-law comes over, my sister, her kids. It's a great recipe. And really, living grain-free doesn't have to be boring. You can make all kinds of different recipes. And, you know, it just takes the mystery out of it, knowing how it's done. I get carried away here. We'll start with 5. We're probably gonna make at least 10 with this recipe. And think, it was only half a cup of coconut flour to make all of this. Usually when you use coconut flour, you have to use more eggs because it's a good binder. Now, these don't flip like traditional pancakes either, so you kind of watch the edges to start getting brown, and I like to use a spatula that's about the size of the pancakes I like. I've used a narrow one or a flat one, and sometimes it doesn't flip right. Also, if you get one that, like, this is very thin. If you get one that's too thick, then it won't slide up under. So if the first couple times you don't get it, just keep practicing. It'll come. It's kind of a little wrist action. Ta-da! And they'll rise up nicely and get thick, but they fall as they cool off a little bit. But they smell good. Now we're finished. This made a total of 12 pancakes that look amazing. With these, you can store them in the fridge or freezer. What I like to do is use a large Tupperware and then put parchment paper, or you can use aluminum foil as well, in between them and freeze them or put them in the fridge and just pop them in the toaster or the toaster oven and they're ready to go. They hold together very, very well. So thank you again for watching. Please keep your eye out for future episodes. Have a nice night.